What up, people? You already know what's going on. All right, so it's dumb late. It is 2:08. This is Saturday morning, Friday night past, or Friday night, Saturday morning. So we're looking at my junkyard build right now. I'm gonna head over there. I've been trying to set up the chat. I'm having difficulties. I believe right now one of the issues that I'm having is my firewall is not allowing the chat to go through, and I can't control it yet. I will be working on that though. Something that I'm progressively working on. So let me hit you guys with the be right back. I'm gonna go over to the workbench, and we're gonna discuss on what's going on with this build. It took a big turn to the left, and I'll talk about it when I get over there. So let me hit you with the be right back and get over there. All right, my bad for the long delay. Yep, we're up and running. Okay, so reason being is I just made my phone a camera, so you can see the reflection of this camera. Ooh, yourself. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, so I don't remember I think this thing was called the Glacier. This is built from some crazy company. It is now just a square body TRX4M with the frame and everything like that. This is all the Glacier internals. If you can tell, the transmission, this is the front axle. These are the TRX4M high trail for the Ford. So it has Ford internals on a Chevy. No, I'm just kidding. These are the tires that actually come with the Chevy high trail. So I'm gonna explain why I have these on here on my Chevy instead of these. I guess these are more Chevy wheels. I really like these wheels. I think they're called the kidney bean wheels or something like that. When I was younger, my mother had a van and it had these type of rims on it, and I just fell in love with the look. It was the deepest dish rims that I had seen at the time and everything. So, moving on with the build, the electronics are completely pulled out. So we have that here. So this thing, for all intents and purposes, is a TRX4M. I just lift this up, and as you guys can see, let's hit it with the overhead. All right. I don't know if we need more light. 40. We'll go 40 on everybody. 35, 40, 40, 40, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, so the powertrain is completely set up, for a lack of a better word. This is completely into the rail, as you can see right there. Natively, I believe this is it this one? I believe so. I believe natively this is a mounting point right here, this hole. And this one. This is like a divot to hold. Yep, there we go. So this was there. So you got the two hole points and then that peg in the middle. So that would go here normally. I was able to put this screw here at first, and then that's how this hole came to be, because this big one was here. So everything was moved down one and it was over here. Issue with that was the front tire wasn't lining up with the wheel well enough. So I had to trim out some of the wheel well on the body. And it's not even the wheel well on the body, it's just basically, let me cut that down so we're not glaring like crazy. There's bumps right here on these two sides. I just had to cut those down. Everything else fits perfectly. It doesn't affect the inside of the cab unless you put your finger in, then you can see it. But looking in, this is the hole right here. I know you can see my finger down there. And it's gonna be the same side the same thing for the other side. So, being that I cut that with the saw, you can see all the frays. They're inside the glass, so we're gonna get into there and get that out right now. Ooh, this is down to 15. Jesus Christmas. Otherwise, I was able to utilize the drive shaft, the mounting points for the actual suspension links. Zoom in. Explain this whole build right now. I'm gonna do a full review on it and everything, but I'm just really excited about everything that I was able to put together. Let me turn on my phone to see if, I know nobody's gonna be watching this late, but you never know. Turn on my phone to see. Yeah, okay. All right. As always, I'm gonna leave that on for about like 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it off and show you guys things. So I was able to utilize the mounting points. Like I said, I'm going to do a full detailed video and explain on how I have that done. The drive shaft, the rear drive shaft, is actually in phase. Okay, so not only is it in phase, it actually works with the suspension and articulation that I get from here now. And that was horrible, that was blurry. So you can see everything is moving really good, and it works really good. So all I really used from the TRX4M was the suspension links, the axle, the whole rear drivetrain, except for the actual drive shaft, the transmission, the whole complete front drivetrain. So all the native links to the high trail. Actually, I'm sorry, not even the native links to the high trail. These are the native links to the regular TRX4M. It just so happened to be a high trail because I had had the Ford High Trail, and I cut the body trying to do something. I want to make a tow truck pickup and everything. I wound up cutting the body too much, and it was leaning on the mounts, so I didn't like the way it looked. The junkyard build was supposed to be the tow truck, and then I just, every time I put a pair of tires on here, it kept binding up with the way the drivetrain is on the, oh my god, Glacier, on the Glacier truck. The wheels just kept binding up and everything. Am I too bright? Ooh, this camera, I look like I'm too bright. So the drivetrain, or should I just say the axle placement and everything, I didn't really like. And then when I did my research, I couldn't really find anything to upgrade. I mean, they do have upgrades for this, but very, very few and far between. The transmission, you know, it wouldn't be easy to replace, the motor and everything like that. So when I really looked at it, I was like, oh, let me see if I can fit this thing together, and it actually worked. Everything was really good. So let me clean this thing out real quick. I gotta clean my desk off. It's all messed up. So I had this taken apart for right now. So we can take this off. Pull this thing back a little bit so we can see what the heck is going on. So I'm gonna vacuum tomorrow, but I want to get all the burrs are in there. I have this thing is awesome. This is a paintbrush with like a rubber handle, Home Depot. So it's good for like getting in the crevice. Getting in there and wipe the stuff off, so that looks pretty much good to go. Let me get some of this stuff here. Yeah, so the live stream is just because I'm bored and I wanted to get some of this stuff down on video. I am gonna do a more extensive explanation because just in case people have questions and everything. Oh, I didn't do this one. Ugh. Alright, so now this goes in here. Really looks overblown out. Exposure. Alright, so this lines up. These little holes line up with these pegs. The interior is still intact. I don't have to really mess with anything like that. I say it all the time, but just in case new people are watching, I'm not too much into scale. So, you know, making it look realistic and everything like that. So that doesn't bother me if it doesn't look realistic. Like if I didn't have the interior, I wouldn't go crazy trying to make one. I'm not at that level yet. I'm more about the mechanics, I guess, the engineering part of the build. Or the fabrication part. And the fabrication part I'm more into. Alright, so if you see this, I'm going to explain that in a minute. Just grab the actual chassis and the frame. So this, all the wires just go right down in the front towards the hood, and then this just sits in. And now you're going to see how nice this thing lines up. It basically falls into the place almost. And there you go. I don't know if you heard it, but it just dropped into place. That's the mounting brackets, the chassis, the way everything is sitting. I should hold it this way so you guys can see. All right. So everything sits pretty flush. It looks good. The front tire, it's still not exactly where I want it to be. I would like it a little bit more forward, but it's actually really good enough. If I this piece of the panel here is false, so I could cut this whole piece off if I really want to. To go any more forward, I would have to cut the railing on the frame, and I don't want to do that. So that's basically it with that, but it's close enough and it works. It was running before when I had it in the back spots, so it running now, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be an issue. Now the only thing is with all this, the screws on the Glacier for the body to connect to the frame, all the screws are going to be coarse Phillips head screws. Come on. There you go. All right. And the Glacier itself, aka this junkyard build here, it has right here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. I'll show you in a second. I know I don't have springs in the back of the truck. I do have them. I just don't know exactly where they are right now. So I'm just putting the truck together. That's like the last thing. There's still a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to do. So if anybody has the Glacier, I mean, it's pretty easy to see, but the only screws that you need to do is 1 here, 2 right there, then you got right in front of the suspension, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6, and then right behind the bumper, the front bumper, 7, 8. All right, you can see they're missing. I'm not putting them in because it holds pretty much together. I forgot to put the screws in for the for the interior. Oopsie. It just bounced out a little bit. Once I get it lined back up, I can drop it back down. Seems like something's keeping it from dropping down. I don't know what it is. What the heck happened? Only on the damn when you're doing live stuff and you're trying to do something cool. I completely forgot to put the screws in for that. Wow, for the body. Yeah. I'm gonna put this one down here, of course. Set that down. What the heck is going on? Why are you not going down? There you go. Stubborn. Being stubborn. So if you want to remove the interior or access the interior, to access the interior on the Glacier is going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4 screws here. And then, actually, nope, not those 2. It's these 2. It's these 2 on the top here. That's to access the interior, to separate this liner from the rest of the truck and whatnot. Alright, so that's in. Those are good. I'll get this one in. I don't know what's going on, man. The camera does not look good, man. My arm is like... Is that just my confidence monitor that's looking crazy exposed? It's like... I did try to mess with the settings for this... for this camera. I'm not gonna lie, for the studio camera and everything. So 35 is where I want it to be at. 20 is where those are. All right, so those body ones are in. Again, dropping this down. That snaps right in there. Boom, boom, boom. So now the second you feel these things get tight, these screws here, the second you feel these screws get tight, just stop. It is plastic, they're coarse, it'll tear it apart in a millisecond, so don't even bother going crazy with it. So now the bed is a little bit unhinged. Oh, and I can confirm it does say Chevy. I'll show you all over here. Chevrolet. So it's a square body. I don't know how much I'm keeping this bed. It extends out so much. But like I said, this is supposed to be a pickup truck. So, I mean, a tow truck. Basic build. So, let's get this crap out of here. Electronics for the truck that I took this from. So that's the servo. This is going to be the motor. They both only go in one direction. That's that. I have a battery here, which I started numbering my batteries. I'm happy about that. So if you can see in there, the steering, I didn't cut anything in this bay here. I'm gonna have to cut up these wires to wire them up so that way I can start utilizing the lights again. They're not gonna be what they were. But look, the servo goes right through with no problem. I did have to cut that. Oh yeah, there was a piece there. So on the truck itself, I didn't have to cut it, but on the frame of the truck, this piece of plastic sits there underneath. So all the black part of the truck, and then this is stuck to it. So it's just double-sided sticky tape. You gotta slowly peel this off if you don't want to break it. This is still I could still use this if I wanted to. I probably could still use it with the same controller. The controller's really bad. And if I wanted to, I could wire it up to run off of this thing and then put the lights back on and everything. And they'll work the way they did with the signal turns and all that stuff, but it'll still be a TRX4M. I don't want to go that route because it's like backwards in the technology, so I'll keep it in this aspect of it. I do need to find a better way to get this in here and whatnot, but I do also like running this truck with the wire sticking out. This is not the remote. That's not the remote. Let me get the remote. Alrighty. Throwing these batteries real quick. So yeah, not only did I cut the body on the High Trail, the Ford High Trail, I also cut the frame. So even if I could have bought another body, the frame itself was cut. So I knew that, you know, like it would never be the same thing again and everything. Just better off buying a whole new one. So being able to put it all into this truck actually was cool because now this truck is all sweet and good to go and everything. So the battery fits down in the back there somewhat, a little bit. And these wires, half of them are like sticking out. Maybe I'll bolt this down one thing there and keep this like halfway with the wires sticking out. Oh crap! I don't know what it is, but I like driving this truck with the lid open. But yeah. You can't tell me that this thing doesn't look awesome. Any performance parts that I want to get, I could get all Enduro performance parts for this now. I could get, what's that other company? Muse? M-E-U-S. I could get all their performance parts for this if I wanted to. Any TRX4M tires will fit, combinations, rims, and everything. I do have a winch. The winch actually fits in this bed with like ease. I could tint the windows. I would love to patina the crazy, you know, to patina this, but I'm just not talented or patient enough for paint and everything. I tried to make it look, you know, like rugged, so I leave one screw off of the bumper. I always leave this like either half open or just all the way down or something and everything. I always say that, you know, I love running with this thing open and wires sticking out. It looks it looks like it's just all beat up and whatnot. I really love the fact that it has the blacked out grill. I'm definitely gonna get those lights working again. So that's gonna get hooked up. I don't think they're gonna blink like they did before, but you know. So right now it's not rubbing. But I did put spacers in here before, and it was rubbing with those spacers. This thing's strong, boy. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. No binding. Absolutely no binding anywhere. Let me go to the overhead to show you guys. Actually, we'll take a look first together because I never really paid attention to anything. Let's brighten that up. Alright, so obviously the steering and everything with that is going to work fine. Because everything from the steering, the links, and the suspension, everything is TRX4M. So there's no hindrance there. It's here where I had to switch the links. So it has the High Trail links over here, so that way I could get this thing to sit as flush as possible. And like I said, I used the same posts of where this standard axle that came with it was. So these are all the links where they were and everything. Yeah. So let's see. Doesn't look like nothing binds. We get that horrible squeal. And then Jora speed controller would solve that real quick. $25 upgrade. It's rubbing up against the, that's me, like I'm all flexed out this way and everything, and it's rubbing up against this this frame here, but it still moves. Like I'm pushing it up against that. So now, left to right, if I hold down the middle of the frame, that's about as much play as you get left to right. Which is not that bad. And everything. But yeah, forward. Reverse. Yeah, this thing's no joke, man. So yeah, I got these 10mm spacers up in the front. I mean in the back. I used to have them in the front. As a matter of fact, I want to put one side in. I want to see if it rubs and everything. So I have this here. This. Let's see if, because it was rubbing before. This is gonna be. Oh no, that's the regular size one, right? Yep. All right. So this is the. Show you guys. The Muse extension hex hubs. So now, manufacturer's defect, in my opinion, they made these things too deep. Like the pin goes too deep into the hole. I guess I don't know if R&D was done on it or not, but the pin goes too much into the hole. So what happens is that when you're using it on a particular truck, like the Glacier on its own, when I had them on the Glacier rims, it put a lot of pressure and I couldn't spin the tires. So it was annoying. That's why I was like, man, I can't put any performance parts on this thing. It's going to be aggravating. So I don't know if you guys can see now. If I was able to do this on the Glacier, maybe it would have worked better. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. You can hardly see that. All the light in the world right there. That's 100 light percent. So right behind the pin, I have a rubber bushing. Not a rubber bushing, but a rubber piece right here. All right. I don't know if you guys can see that. Slight movements because I'm so close. So what that rubber bushing allows is for this thing not to push all the way down on the hub and everything. Should I use these rims? I really don't like chrome. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of chrome. So it allows the extension not to push exactly on the hub or the brass. For in this case the bearings, because this whole truck we did it up in another live video. Alright, so that one's done. Let's see if this is done. If I could keep these in here, that'd be great. Which I think I can. Like I said, I took them out because I was having the issue with the. I was having the issue with the other. With all the Glacier original components. I'm looking for the screwdriver. It's right in front of me. I like to just pry those off so I can get those in there quick. This. Alright. So again, that rubber piece is there because I used to have these on. Oh, and this was the other reason why I put them on. So this is why I say they go down too far. So this one was in the back of the TRX4M. So what does that do? It has those two screws that keep the axle in place. It's scratched and grooved onto that. So that's how I was able to figure out to put the rubber pieces on and whatnot. Could be putting these together wrong. I have no idea. There's no instruction manuals. I've never seen any real videos with these on. I assume that that washer goes on the outside. Alright. So now that's all done up. Nicey nice. Switch over. Boom. Up. Yeah, I got some rubbing. Up. Yep. Definitely rubbing. Oh. Ooh, ooh. I'll be honest with you, I'm just like 5 seconds away from trying to break this off. Make it look like it was an accident or something. Oh, there we go. It's a junkyard build, so make it look junky. Probably melt that up a little bit or something later. Ow, that would stab me. It doesn't look too bad. That one came out alright. This one... that came out alright. So it's just a little extended now. Sweet. Alright, let's see. Oh, no rubbing. Absolutely no rubbing. That's perfect. Oh, yeah. This thing's ready. 10mm widening kit. It has the weight. It has the weight now. It has factory tires right now, but that's fine. I wonder if I could put the high trail tires on the back. That'd be interesting. Where did I put them? That's even more interesting. I don't know if I could put the high trail. I could get the suspension in the back to jack up like that. That's a lot of fucking... Sorry. That was a curse. Alright, straight up cursed. But yeah, if I could get it to sit like that, that's some nice clearance, man. It is. Alright. Let's see if we can get the phone as a camera. And pull it into the feed. I know I could do it because I've done it before. Just gotta clean the lens off. Join in.
Oops, forgot I have the microphone on. Oh man.
Turn off my microphone here. Just widen that. Why isn't that turning down all the way? Mute the call. Can't mute the call. So I'm hearing myself on the call. It's funny that I can't mute the call. Internal media notification systems. Hello? Still here. All right, I'm gonna put the thing on mute. So I can't show no detail. I'm gonna have to work on setting up that camera. Especially when it zoomed in on me, that was horrific. Sorry, everybody. I can put these tires back on this. I'm hungry right now. So yeah, that's been. I'm gonna delete this live stream as well. Oh. Oh my god, if I could slam it full back right now. This thing is great. Oh, what happened to my hood? Oh man, my hood got jacked up? Oh, okay, good. I gotta find the suspension for that. It doesn't sound like it just rubbed. Oh, it is rubbing. What? Didn't break off enough? Well, I guess not. Well, there we go. I'm gonna grind it out to the wheel well thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same in the rear. I'm gonna delete the live. It doesn't matter. Still microphone on now. All right. Nice. truck is crazy. All right, let me see now. It's skinnier. So this truck with the plus 4mm axles would probably, that'd be sick on this thing. Oh my god, imagine putting the money into that. The junkyard build with freaking 4mm axles. Why not? Oh Lord. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take one of these tires off here. Let's see how this thing... get off of me. Just want to see. I don't know where I put those other tires. I have them. I just gotta find them. Is that all right? No, not all the way. Oh, there we go. It's good? Yep, that's gonna rub. Oh my god. Oh my god, if that doesn't rub, that's awesome. Oh, it does, just ever so slightly. Forward, no. Oh man, those tires look way better. The tires look way better on this truck than on these little baby tires. This thing just needs a little bit more. That's it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all it's got. After that, it's the wheel well, and then I have to figure that out. Come on, don't be scratching up my new truck. High trail tires on there with the I gotta find those other high trail tires. I got them. Yeah, that looks good. Yep. Yeah, yeah, end this live stream. I'm gonna find these high trail tires. And when that. Thank you guys for watching. This live stream is probably going to be sitting here, so if I do have a join thing, somebody's going to be watching this. If not, whatever. Thank you for watching. Later.